on, everyone? I realize I am a little dark in this picture, just the way the lighting is right now, but I was just coming down here to show everyone the lake on this stormy day, super stormy. Let's turn you around here to the laundry line. Alright, that's really about it. I'm going to head back up to camp. I just came down here, like I said, to give everyone a little glimpse of the lake today and see the way it is. You know, I already got some little bit of footage up there in the woods, but it is off the chain. Sure wouldn't want to be out there in no canoe right now. You'd be in bad shape. What this wind is going to sound like on there neither. It might really be loud, you know, blowing through the speakers there. Not sure, but anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and cut it and get this camera back up there underneath the rain fly. Alright, what's going on, everybody? Guess who? That's right, Island Rob. I just can't help it. There's absolutely nothing for me to be doing out here right now, except for talking to you guys. That's right. So, come back on and say, you know, it is not stopping out here. It is hammer time. It's been hammer time for like 5 hours now. Let me see what time it is. Oh, make that almost 5.5 hours. Wind and rain and all blowing around and stuff. It has been wild. That is all right though. We are all set up as discussed before. And you'll kind of have to excuse the lighting in this little clip. I did have to manually turn up the ISO on the camera there to brighten up the picture. And that's even with using, you know, the 22mm f1.8, you know, which is that low light lens I've talked about. So it is what it is. I think what's going to go on tonight, most likely, the way it's looking right now at least, I'm probably going to sit here underneath the fly until almost dark, or maybe all the way into the darkness, and just watch it hammer and storm the rain. And then, oh man, I'm all out of water. That ain't good. I'm going to have to go out in the rain and get water. Bear with me 1 second. There's a little sip in here. Anyways, I'm probably going to climb myself into the tent. I'll probably cook my dinner in the tent, and I even have the red light video in the tent, of course, you know, once I get in there. It is all zipped up good though. It's going to be nice and dry in there. There won't be any wind. It'll be good little shelter. I have not seen that spider I talked about anymore. He found him a little hole on that tree somewhere to get out of the rain, I reckon. Climbed in there, and that's been it. He's gone. Oh, and the Resident Squirrel, that's what I like to call him, because he's got his little home is over here in one of these trees, just right back behind me a little ways. You can sit there and look and watch him, around in the woods, just like sitting here under the fly, and you'll see him, you know, going across different branches and up and down different trees. Yep, I'm glad I did not get him the other day when I went squirrel hunting. That's why I went way back in the woods, way far away from camp, because I think he's a pretty cool little guy. You know, going around eating his hickory nuts and stuff. He's kind of a little bit of entertainment in himself, you know. So is there anything else before I get off of here? I don't know whether I showed it or not. I don't even really want to mess with it because it's drying right now. But from my squirrel hunt the other day, I do have my squirrel tail. Woohoo, people, been many years since I had a squirrel tail. Let me put him back there. Gotta keep him laying straight while he cures up and stuff, you know, that way he dries straight and all that. And I had about 4 squirrel tails hanging on the wall down here in Tennessee at my old house I used to have. And I had them for probably 15 years or something. But they was all super dustied up. It seemed like they were starting to deteriorate when I got everything out of that house that I wanted, so I got rid of them. Got a new one now, though. Oh, for anybody who might just be catching these videos, this is the Alzheimer's Adventure for a Cure Season 2 Deep Woods. 28 days in the woods to raise awareness of Alzheimer's and dementia. And next year we do a big expedition from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to New Orleans to raise funds for research for a cure for Alzheimer's and dementia. Anywho, glad I got that in. Sometimes I forget to mention those facts. Oh, and this is day 15 of the 28. If anyone was curious there. Super stormy today with wind and everything. Rain, non-stop. Yep, one of those days in the woods. What do I do with my vape? Oh, I guess now I've misplaced that all right here on the table right next to me. If it had been a snake, it would have bitten me. Did run around, had a little tiny let up in the rain, you know, where it was just sprinkling. And as long as I stood underneath the tree, I was pretty safe. But I got run around and got some halfway decent pictures of, you know, the stormy weather and everything, as well as some video too, of course. But once again, I think that's about it. Just every now and then I have to fire up the cannon and talk to y'all out there because you guys are my company down here, you know. Even though I realize it will be a much later time when, you know, everybody starts seeing these videos, but that's all right because I do know people, you know, will be watching it, and that's what matters. Oh yeah, just I could. Went ahead, got in the dry bag earlier. Got out my, see if I can block my face here, get some focus. Now the lighting's kind of messing with me. Got out my dehydrated strawberries for in the morning. Got me out a package of that spicy goulash for dinner. And to make sure I've got my vegetables in there. And I forgot all about these. Got me a serving of the dehydrated sweet corn there. I'm just going to put the corn right in with the goulash, put them all right in the jet boil there inside the tent. I'm going to have my dinner. It's going to be right tasty too. Just got to be sure I get them vegetables in there as much as possible. No issues like last year, feeling all bad and stuff, you know. Man, I'm starting to get itchy face on me. I'm getting furry, you know. Alright, well, I guess I'll let y'all go as much as I hate to. Yeah, I guess. Let me have a vape here and I'll shut her down. I'm sure I'll come back again. I'll start feeling chatty. You know, need to yabber a little bit. Good vape right there, Peach. I'm not promoting it or anything, I'm just saying it's what keeps me off cigarettes. Alright, I will catch everyone after a while, most likely for some more stormy action going on around these parts. What's up, people? It's you know who. Delving into madness on the Adventure for a Cure Season 2, Deep Woods. But it is still peppering hard around here. Super stormy. Still. Don't know. Maybe it's not going to quit all night. You know? Oh, shoot. Can't believe I'm back on here already. Goes to show you what happens when you can't fish, can't squirrel hunt, can't collect firewood, can't build a fire. You know, you just have to stay out of the inclement weather. Yep, fire up the camera. Why not, right? Right. Oh, dude. Every time I think it's going to quit, or it slows down just a little bit, next thing you know, it's like, shit, just hammering again. So, who knows? So I cannot get the weather out here, so I don't know what it's supposed to do, or when it's supposed to do it, or nothing. Alright, I guess I'm going to turn the camera back around for maybe about a minute, and I'm going to shut it off. So, ahead time. Bye for now. Alright, what's going on, everyone? Day 15, slowly coming to a close here in the woods. It has been storming, raining non-stop since probably about 12 or maybe 12:30 this afternoon. Storming most of the time, super windy, rainy and all that. Well, so now I, due to the weather, I'm inside the last one got here tonight, which is where I will be for the rest of the night. I'm going to have my dinner in here, and later I will do the red light video in here as well. Yeah, that storm coming in here today, it was something else, people. Y'all should have seen. Wow. I tried to make a bunch of little video clips. I didn't really try. It just happened. But made a bunch of little video clips and did take a bunch of pictures. And yeah, started that raining jazz, and then about 15:30, you know, it got even way worse. You know, just something. Anyhow, what's going on now? It is my dinner time finally. I am pretty hungry. It has been a day. Starting out at 7 in the morning, and getting up, have my breakfast, go do the bluegill fishing and stuff. Anyhow, we are at. Let me take this off here real quick, just to see. Sounds like there's still some fuel in there. I keep saying that, but it don't sound like much. The question is it enough for a boil? I guess we're going to find out, ain't we? But, once again, you're not really supposed to cook inside tents. In this situation, it's fine. We're not using some big open flame and all that. All the windows are open for any fumes there may be. This tent does breathe really well. Any air that is in here, you know, it'll get pulled right out. Funny how it works is at the same time in the wintertime, it'll hold in heat for you, or help hold in heat. Anyways, let's pop the lid off here. And where's my knife? Booyah! Ready to roll, people. let's see, we have the one serving of the spicy goulash, and we have the one serving of the corn. It's all going in the same pot. No point in messing around. It will be right fine just like that. I'm quite sure of it. No reason why it wouldn't, because I like both goulash and corn. And really, next time I make goulash, I may put some corn right in it. Probably should have done that the first time. Alright, pour this into the pot. Be sure not to spill none of the good goulash. I'm curious if it's going to swarm all night long. Guess we'll see. We'll see whether it's still doing anything come red light video time. Once I have that video all taken care of, I'm going to sit around in here and have a little bit of luxury tonight and watch a couple episodes of Sopranos and have me some ice cold Little Kings. It's going to be right tasty. Alright, let's get my corn in the pot here. I think I have everything that I need in here. Should have for sure. I pretty much got myself set up where I do not have to get back out of this tonight for anything, you know. At least that's what I think. You know, we'll see. Go ahead and stir this up. Let me get it all mixed together real good before I add the water. Alright. That over there. I'm also going to add some black pepper. Crushed back. Did y'all hear that crashing back there in the woods? Maybe a big branch fell down or something? I don't know. Can't really never have too much black pepper, you know. No such thing, at least I don't think so. Alright, we're about to see here very shortly whether we're going to get a whole nother boil out of that little can of gas. I keep thinking it's just going to die, but it's still going. I'm going to add a little bit more water. It's a bunch of good food in there. Alright, let's fire it up. And we have ignition. I am going to crank him all the way up. Give that good food there a little stir. Knife up, done with that for the night. Won't be needing it. Don't have to tote it around. Nothing. Some little crumbs of goulash left in there. Put them into the pot too. I don't even miss out on any of it. Little pieces, big pieces, crumbs, whatever it is, you know. You know, a few drops of water on my leg here somehow. Alright, the saying goes, we are cooking with gas, people. People will have seen that bass over from the bluegill fishing time. He was pretty nice. We'll probably be talking about him for a while. Thing of beauty he was, for sure. Besides the little ones, I don't think I caught any nice sized bass last year's Adventure Creek here at all. Not a one. Except for the little guys, you know, did catch a few little smallmouth, you know, and Maybe even a little tiny largemouth. I don't quite remember for sure. There's my water there. Wow, that is spicy. Man, every time I eat that goulash, it is kicked up a good right bit. For sure. Right good bit. I said that backwards, didn't I? I just now caught that. Alright, we're just about to boiling boil over here. So I am going to let it get to that and then slap the lid on there. Yeah. That rain peppering down. Something else, people, I'll tell you. Starts really hammering like it did earlier, it might get super loud in here. Alright, we're at a killer boil now. Matter of fact, I may just turn it down a little bit and let it simmer some. I haven't done that as of yet. And it's just barely boiling. So low on gas, I tried to turn it down too low and it wants to shut off. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it, the heck with it. Alright. Stir and put the lid on. Got a little taste of that goulash water there. So good, people, I'm telling you. That one's so spicy. Sometimes I have a tendency to overdo it with the really hot peppers and stuff. Sorry, this light back here is kind of blinding there, but had to have it, otherwise you guys wouldn't have been able to see the jet boil there. Guess I could turn it down on low now, huh? There we go. That is not quite as blinding back there now. I'm looking forward to just sitting here and listening to it rain, you know, watching The Sopranos, just kind of chilling out. A very good night for that, for sure. Yep. Look at there, I even brought that extra tank of gas in with me. I thought, well, that tank surely is going to quit this time. Nope, no quit again. Now I gotta take that tank back out of here. Extra little something to tote out. I'm glad I've got to, make some good little clips for y'all today, even with the rain and the storms and all that. Glad I got up and went fishing early. Hey, don't forget, if you're catching this video, subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of thing, hunting, camping, fishing, canoeing, subscribe, like, and share. Spread the word. Alzheimer's Adventure for a Cure. Yep, I ain't gonna quit anytime soon, that's for sure. Give it a few minutes on that spicy goulash there, and I'll give it a taste. I know we'll probably not be anywhere near done just yet. I'd like to let it sit there and percolate for a while, but give that a taste, and I'll let y'all go. said, about 5 kings in here. I'll be in here for a while. For sure. I wonder what it's going to be like tomorrow. I think we're going to have sun tonight. I sure hope so. Need some of that sun. Maybe, dry it out a little bit. I got a feeling it's going to be chilly tomorrow, though. The way it is right now, I'd say so. But I've got the warm clothes with me. Like I said earlier, I had to put on my long handles and stuff at 3:30 in the afternoon. Maybe I didn't talk about that. I don't know. It's alright, I'll recap everything for the red light video and all the stuff that went on. And that'll be that. Day 15 in the books there. I can get up in the morning and be stormy. Like, what? Yeah? Come on now. It rained like 3 days straight, last week or something. Pouring and hammering and, the wind, the whole works. Pop this little pot. Ooh, watch that heat. Daggone, it's warm. Where that metal on that thing would melt. A little camp table there or not. I guess I better not take it off of that little stand. I just better leave it on there for right now. Oh man, we'll get it over here though and take the lid off, try to have a little taste of it. Ooh, daggone. Ow! Burned myself again. 2 times in 3 minutes. Just needs a stir anyways, Ooh, look at it steaming. Y'all see that? Yeah, look at there. Oh. Bites of goulash there, people. Let me give it a taste here. Steaming up my glasses, can't even see now. Hopefully it unfogged pretty quick after I take this bite. I can't see the camera or anything there. Wow, this thing is extra hot tonight. This pot is, I guess, because I really let it kick and boil there for a little while. Wow. Hot. Oh man. Sit that down. People, I'll tell you what. That is off the chain. It really is. It's flavorful. Just super delicious. Wow. It does need a little bit more time to finish rehydrating though. I'm glad I put that corn right in there with it. That just kicked it up another notch. Heck yeah. About 15 minutes, old Rob will be ready to eat. Get dinner out of the way. Food all, we did about half hour after that, or maybe an hour to digest a little bit there, and then it's going to be time. All right. Red light video time. All right. I guess on that note, I am going to let y'all go. Glad I got to bring you along for my dinner boil tonight. here on day 15 in the woods. And I will catch you all after a while. Bye for now. Alright, what's going on, everyone? Day 15 here in the woods is coming to a close. Today has been something else with all the storming and everything. Did my normal thing this morning when I got up. Had breakfast, had my coffee, and went down and bluegill fished for about, I don't think for about 2.5 hours, something like that. Caught 2 little gills, weren't much count. With 4 or 5 more of that size, they would have been pretty good. Would have been plenty enough for a little fish fry. But the big storms come and super windy weather, and so I wound up having to go down there, and I just let those 2 go, and they're back out there swimming around somewhere. Let's see here. Anywho, let's see what else went on. Ohio Chris stopped by for a little bit, and I chatted with him for a while, and he went on, which was a good idea that he did, because if he would have hung around out here, he would have wound up being stuck, because it got really super hairy. Following the bass, caught that bass this morning too. I forgot to mention that. I did in an earlier video, but he was a really nice bass. I'm happy to have got to catch him, and of course I let him go. I don't normally eat bass because I do not know how to clean them. What? Anything else going on? I know there was a bunch of other stuff I'll think of after a while. All the big spider I talked about earlier. He was huge. One heck of a spider. Biggest spider I think I've ever seen. No idea what kind he was, but he looked pretty wicked there. All the storms blew all my laundry off on the ground. Excuse me, people. Blew all that off on the ground. Never did go back down and do any more bluegill fishing. Wound up having to go get them clothes and get them wrung back out and hung back up on the line again. I did use some extra clothespins that time. Be sure they didn't get blown on the ground again, which wouldn't have surprised me. As hard as that wind and stuff was blowing today, it would not surprise me at all. And I had my dinner. People have seen just a little while ago. It was delicious for sure. And with the corn mixed in there, that made an extra large serving of food, which was, I wasn't stuffed, but I was pretty daggone full. I could maybe use a little bit less, make the main course dinners just a little bit less food, and that way when I add in my vegetables to them, which I'm likely to do, just add it to whatever it is, the chili or the goulash or the sketty or whatever, and it won't be quite as much food. I do not like to get super stuffed, because then I go to pass out Louis zone. And I'm sure I've talked about that before, because I know it happened to me one time during last year's adventure break here. Ate all that food and woke up in the chair like, I don't know, 2.5 hours later or something, Passed right out. Else. Nothing that I can think of. I think that's about the recap of the day. You'll have to excuse me with the yawning, getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and doing everything I've done today. Oh, also filtered 5 gallons of water today as well. Just about forgot that. And now for the shout outs. I want to do a big shout out to my wife, Linda Ray. Love you and miss you, babe. I'll do a shout out to Joey Rager, my adventure bro. Hope you are having a good one, bro, whatever you're doing. I'd like to do a shout out to my family and friends. Of course, I always miss everybody when I'm gone on one of these adventures. And last but not least, a big shout out to Little Kings, our first corporate sponsor for next year's expedition from Pittsburgh to New Orleans of 1,981 miles. Speaking of Little Kings, since this is the red light video, it is that time. Let me see what I can find here. Yep. Booyah, people. Got the Little Kings going on. It's so hard to see one of these bottles in the red light. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better, I think. But anyhow, I'm going to hug this beer in memory of my brother, Kurt Russell. He liked to hug the beer, which means make it gone for anybody who has not seen any past red light videos for this year's Adventure Cure. So, I'm going to do with that lid. I guess I'll lay it right there for right now. And Joey Rager, also this beer hug is for you, bro. Bust out a Little Kings there at home. And hug it, brother. Make it gone. Here we go, people. So good, people. It was not ice cold tonight. I brought these beers, these Little Kings actually, got in here at about a little bit before dark. I want to think it was, probably would have been about, right about 7 o'clock. And it gets pitch black about 7:10. And something else, I just thought of it too, that I want to tell y'all, and now I do not remember what it was. It's a good lunch thing. I didn't mention that, but I did have a really good lunch today of the navy beans and the dehydrated banana peppers there. That was very tasty. What was it? I hate that, because as soon as I stop this video, I will think of what that was, and then by tomorrow it will be gone for sure. I am going to think on it for just a minute here, see if I can come up with it. Excuse me. I don't know what it was. I do know a lot during the storms today. Spent a lot of time underneath that base camp rainfly. And there's Squirrel. I talked about him a little bit earlier in one of the other videos. But he lives right here pretty close to camp. You can see his house up there in one of the trees. And you can always tell when that squirrel is, he's up in one of the trees. You'll be sitting there, and a hickory shell, it has four sections to it. And you'll see them sections drop to the ground, one at a time usually, or sometime maybe he might drop 2 of them at a time. He's up there in one of the trees up above the tent or the rainfly there, and he's having a good old time eating all them hickory nuts. He's a pretty cool little squirrel. I think that is it. Never did think of what that was, but I wanted to tell y'all. I don't know whether I will ever remember it or not. Yeah, alright. I think I will let that be it. And I will catch everyone tomorrow. So So wherever you are or whatever you may be doing, I hope you're having a good time of it. Oh, and before I do forget, for anyone who just happens to be catching these videos and has not been following along, this is Alzheimer's Adventure for a Cure Season 2 Deep Woods. It's 28 days in the woods to raise awareness of Alzheimer's and dementia. And this here is day 15 into the night video. Red light video always means it's the end. That's the stop line. And I think that should do it for now. We'll come back and catch everyone in the morning for breakfast and coffee as always.